Hey everybody, welcome back to Rail Route. This is the finale episode. We're going to go ahead and close out the series after this video. Today, we're going to get these two stations connected to the rest of the network, and we're going to optimize this area using all the tools we now have at our disposal with the routing sensors and all that kind of stuff. We're going to make sure that this stuff can work more efficiently, kind of like this area does, which admittedly isn't quite perfect yet, okay? There are a couple of things I could do here. One of the things, for example, is making sure that routes that go to Anacostia or Columbia come out of one only and everyone else comes out of two. And then what I could do is I could just have the tunnel start right off this station and just immediately hit the tunnel and take it down and drop it off like in here somewhere and redo the tracks. It's not worth the effort though, okay? Because it's kind of operating fine as is. So I'm just going to let it run. And yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. Now over here, we got plenty of contracts that are moving back and forth through here. That's going to keep us, you know, kind of in the black for a while there for routes that are just going back and forth on this side. But we want to connect Crystal City to the rest of the grid, and that means getting involved with Roslyn. And it also means having this stuff kind of reworked. So that's what I want to do for this one. And since we have a moment here with 80 grand in our bank account, I think this is a good time with nobody on the tracks. None of the tracks are used, at least not for this part here. I guess I do kind of need this available in order to properly do this area. Okay, now that this is available, we're good. All right, so what we're going to do is remove everything. Just get refunds on all of it. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it, okay? All the shunting sensors can go. This part here, all this stuff can go. We're gonna have to remake all the signals, all the different shunting commands, all that stuff, okay? We're gonna get refunds on everything, and then we're gonna optimize this area a little bit better based on the fact that we now have those routing sensors, okay? So I'm going all the way back. I don't care, all right? Although that area right there probably was the same as what I was already using. Okay. So we've stripped it down to essentially bare bones, all right? It's not connected anymore. So we'll start with track that's normal, you know, normal tracks. And what I think I want to do is take this one and go this direction with it, at least to here, then come down, and we're going to turn, I think, right as soon as we can. I think it's a good idea to turn. We're then going to come out this way and probably have our tunnel there. That takes us over here in this area, right? If possible. And so this side would then come in. So it's close to what it already was, but we're changing a couple of things about this. I need to come down this way and then over and then in. This side's going to come up, over. We're going to deviate, come this way. And we're just following along the track like that, okay? I think that's probably fine. We want that to go there and that to go there. And then I also want a crossing right here. All right, good. On this side, we're going to come straight out. Well, not like that. On this side, we're going to come straight out. And then one more. Oh my gosh, the tool, how it like stays active when I want to move to something else. You have to right click twice, basically. But if you right click 3 times, then the tool goes away. All right, so 1, that, stop. 2, here, stop. And then crossing right there, okay? And then you are gonna go just straight to there. And honestly, we might as well. No, let's make sure we get the whole rail done before we start spending extra money. Yeah, in fact, I'll even take that away. Okay, so from this point, we need these things connected too. So we'll have you come here and then out. Should we do one more? One more. And then up like this. Yep. And then you'll come over and you'll be like that. And then you are going to come down like this. And then over like that. And then you also go from here straight across like that. And you also can come from this side to that side like so. I think that pretty much lines up everything to go this way and that way. Now, hopefully we're far enough over to where these things can round up is what I'm hoping happens. So I want you to be able to come straight across from here. And you need to go... I need enough room for the signals, is what I'm trying to get to here. Let's pull this back a little bit. I may not be able to do the tunnel. That tunnel might have to go from somewhere else, because I need enough room to actually work this. Yeah. Yikes. Okay, let's try it from this side then. So sensor, signal. All right, so from this being connected like this, let's just take this straight down here, and then you can come straight down here as well. Something like this I think would be okay. But now I can't get in. It's going to have to be... This is going to have to be the takeoff. I have to switch these, right? This can't be departure anymore. Which makes sense. It's on the right side of the track relative to everything else. So this will have to switch. All the routes that are starting here are going to have to start here now. But we can make that happen. All right, that'll make it easier. And then we have from here, we go 1, 2, that's the signal, and then the turn. So now we could go something like, well, yeah, it's going to have to be something like this, right? And then you turn down to there, and then 1, 2, again, the turn. It's got to just be, you're going to have to just get over like that. It's the only way to do it and still be able to use the signals that I want to use. Right? And then from here, we also want this to be able to go down this way. So we'll go 1, and then we come this direction. Okay. And of course, this one would then have a route that takes it, you know, up to where we need to go, which is, I guess, kind of everywhere like this. Man. Yeah, that'll work. Now this one can get out and go where it needs to go to. Yeah, okay. And then what happens if DuPont wants to go to Crystal City? It's going to go this way. It's going to then lead to here, and then it's going to have to come down, which we can't do because I just used the only tunnel path to do that wraparound, and I can't have that either. So something's got to give here, and I'm not sure what it is. Well, hang on. We could put the tunnel over here, maybe. We have some room over here. If I don't do the shunting shit, we could have that work. So maybe instead we do something like this. And then if you guys want to come down, you come down this way, this way. We just say here is where it is. Right there, right? And then from there, the tunnel takes you to here, let's say. Okay. And now we have the track that goes from this side to this side. This side will come down, right? And then you have this other track that will end up coming up. All right. And that goes that direction. But you just connect these two from there. So we go down here, and then down here. And then these two will go from here to... It needs to be a different angle. That the angle is not good enough. Go from there. There's an angle that'll work here. I just got to find it. Like this, like this, like this. Let's pull this back. We're just going to do a section here. So just a single section of this, please. Yep, just that part. And let's just do that part. Okay. And then we want you to come out first and then up and over. And then by doing that, I think we can now go to there. And then also we can go to there. So that connects these two stations with this. But it also, because of where that goes down, it also can connect everything else to that too. So now everything is connected to that tunnel. And they can all come down there without needing to cross. So that's going to be much better. Of course, we need signals throughout this whole thing just to make sure everything is working as described. So signals we're going to need are going to be Here. We're going to need one here. We're going to need one. This is a two-way thing, but you're only going to go one direction from this one. So this is fine, but then they're going to hit the signal here, which isn't good. So I kind of need the signal to be here, I guess. Yeah, signal's got to be there. And then we just reserve sections of track as we're going. Yeah, that's how it's got to be. So this one would just be a relay here. And we would go ahead and buy, oh my God, it's $12,000 for this. We'll make believe that we have it for a bit. Bring that in. Bring that in. Actually, no, this one doesn't happen because I want that auto turnaround. We don't get that if this is a through track. So what we need to do on this side is go up like that. So this is an end station for that stable route. Okay, so then this signal here, this needs to be back one because this route needs to be able to go up that direction if needed. And if you are coming this way and you want to get to Roslyn, how does that work? I guess you can't. You're going to pull into this station because we can have you go. I think we can have you, yeah, go like that. So it's just a whole bunch of crossings here. You see what I'm doing? Like everything is just crossing all over the place right now. It's kind of a little bit wild, but it's going to be more efficient because all of the signal chasing is being managed by the routing sensors now instead of all these little relay sensors everywhere. Yeah. So I'm hoping that this actually ends up working better. Yeah, this is going to need a second routing sensor. That's expensive. But basically, we want the train to be able to say, okay, which way am I going? Am I going to the tunnel or not? And if not, then, okay, where am I going? Am I going this way or am I going to Roslyn? And at that point, you know, that sensor would then trigger either going this direction or going that way. Yeah, and then there's only one arrival point for this, and that's going to be this station here. So when I set up the signals on where to go to with Roslyn, we're not going to need an arrival sensor. Or yeah, we're not going to need an arrival sensor. It'll only go there. We can now switch this signal to be here. And we can then swap in that one to be there instead. And then all the routes will leave Roslyn from here and arrive on Roslyn from here. Okay. I think we're almost there. Crystal City is going to need... We're going to need these stations purchased. We're going to need departure sensors put on this side. It'll have to be this side and this side because some will stop here and go back. Others will come from over here and come in here. So we need departures on both sides, which means we also need signals on both sides. And then we can go ahead and connect that. And we can then also have you deviate, I think, up to here and come out that direction when you're going back that way. So if you're going through, you go this way. If you're turning around and coming back, you hit this one. And then if you're coming from over here, you're going through this side. But either way, you always arrive here and you always depart here. Yep. Over here is going to need a routing sensor because everyone is going to come down this direction. So which way you going from there, right? So we can have this be here. And then I actually think... thinking I'm going to change this up a little bit because if I change it a little bit, I think I can get access to Brentwood directly on this. If I just go out one more, right, and then down like that, I can get access to this directly. So maybe we can clean this up now. We can go up a little bit here, up over, and then in like that. That cleans it up a little bit. So we want a signal here, which is going to be triggered by an arrival sensor. We want, I don't think we need arrival sensors here, but we could use it. It's just going to stop me from being able to use this this station, and I don't want to do that. So if you're going this way, then you just go. You just the sensor will trigger and you'll just go. So we'll have a signal be here and a routing sensor there. So this sensor will manage the tracks for every train leaving DuPont, and they'll be routed wherever they need to go based on that one sensor. And then if you're going this direction, I guess I could put it here, right? I could put the arrival sensor here, but then it doesn't trigger for these guys. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for an arrival sensor. We'll just, everyone arrives here and you leave from here and here. And if there's a reason to go to a different one, I don't think there will be. We're not going to do enough routes with Brentwood before I'm done playing, so it's fine. Let's see what else we got. As far as the shunting stuff goes with the freight trains and everything, getting that to happen is still possible because we can still go up like this and then over. So they're still able to get up and then go all the places they need to go. So we could still have a signal there and one back like this over here. I think, yeah, probably I'll just stick it back right here. It's fine. We go ahead and activate that and that. All right, departure sensor goes to routing. And then that routing sensor goes to Brentwood, Roslyn, Crystal City, Columbia, and Benning. All of them are governed by that one sensor. All right, this is what my network looks like right now. I'm at $450, so I don't have a whole lot of money left, and so I have to stop. But I did manage to buy this one. And I've got an adequate number of sensors and stuff that can move things around. There are a couple of things I can probably delete, and then I'll start adding them as I need them. Stabling sensors here can go. That will give me some money back. And then I can also get rid of that shunting sensor for now. And so that'll get me the 30 grand that I need to probably complete the gig here. I'm working on something different over here. I think there's a really good solution here that that I can work with. I just have to have enough space to do it. And that's my biggest problem right now, is getting enough space to do it. I think maybe this will work. So what I'm hoping to do here, and I won't be able to do it right now because of the lack of funds, but what I'm hoping to do here is to be able to get all of this sorted there, and then we're going to have a sensor signal there, and then I think we're going to do 2 signals right here, and that's pretty much all I need are these 2 signals like this. So we're going to have this go there. So how this will eventually work, once I have enough money, is we no longer need the shunting sensor to turn the trains around. Okay, they're coming in here from their full route. They're going to park, and then they're going to say, and actually they'll come into one of these 2. If your route has multi-leg, you come into one of these 2. Okay, so probably this one, because this one is going that direction. So we'll have you come into this one, right? Pretty easy stuff. We'll just make an arrival sensor here instead of the shunting sensor, and then what we'll do is the train will come in, and then it needs to stable, right? Got like a 25-minute, 30-minute delay or whatever. So it will then back in. It's now backing up, and it will back all the way into here. And then what this is going to do, this group is going to do, is it's going to tell it to come up this way, tag up, then go in reverse so that you wrap around, and now you're going into reverse into your stable position, so that you come out facing forward. All right. Is that how? No. Sorry. Take that back. You're in reverse coming through here. So at this point, you're pushing. You're pushing. You come through here. You stop. You turn around. Now you're pulling faster into one of these stables, so that when you come out of that to go back to the station, you are now in reverse. And you will end up right back in here, and then off you go. All right. And that'll be if you're heading back this direction. If you're not heading back this direction, this is where the route itself, I will tell it where to go by putting it in a certain stable. So like if they're going to stable from this side, then we'll need them to come over here. I still think it's easier just to swap the locomotive though. But I would have them stable basically over here and reverse and wait, and then they'd back in, and then they'd go. So we'd have a second group over in this area where they would be able to do that. We'd pull them in here, and then instead of going this direction, you would head up like this and just basically park. I'll just have this right here or have that over there and just park. and that would give us a way for the trains to pull off, wait, and then you're going in reverse anyway, and then your route continues that direction if that's where you're going. So lots of different options for the trains there. I think I have everything sorted for these routes right now. We'll see. We'll test it out while I get a little bit more cash. And then as I'm getting more cash, I should be able to complete the network as needed. Now, this stuff here is going to be a little bit screwed because I went ahead and added stuff over here like this. I went ahead and added this little leg, and that changed things here. So I do need to real quick go in and adjust this. So you go there when you're going to Crystal City, and that will take care of that. All right. These routes can now proceed as normal. But if you're going anywhere else that's not Crystal City, you know, we'll eventually need a routing sensor here too, because if they're, you know, going to have this is their destination, then that's where I'd want them. But I actually think, man, you know, yeah, we need an arrival sensor is what we need here. Yeah. We need an arrival sensor here. So this will just send the trains always this way. And because you cannot get around Crystal City, you have to go through Crystal City. So there's no point in having this dictate. You can't do that. So we'll take the arrival sensor here instead, and that will determine whether it goes straight this way or whether it comes up around if it's going around the other way. Yeah. So I want to see trains moving around in this network and see them work. So let me get one that doesn't have multiple legs, because I think that's. I mean, we should theoretically, if I've set everything up correctly, I should be able to just pick a route, any route. Braddock Road passing. Okay, that sucks. Anacostia to Roslyn. Really? Yuck. Roslyn, Anacostia, Braddock Road. Like, what are you doing? You want to go from here all the way over here and then leave this direction? That's so bass-ackwards. Like, here, you want to spawn here, come all the way over like this, which I'd have to remake this right here. I haven't remade that yet. That has to be there. But you want to do that, okay? And then you want to come back and wrap around. It's super weird. We're not doing that route. Oh yeah, no thank you on that one. Let me get some routes going through this so I can see how that works. All right, so this train here just stopped at the DuPont station. It's going to come down here and stable itself. It's going backwards right now to get out of there, right? Because it was forwards this way. And then it's going to tag up here. Then it's going to go to this signal. Then it's going to back up and wait for its time to come to the station, which should be immediately because it's already late. So it needs to be at DuPont station at 2:27. It's now 2:22. So it's going to get there on time, which is great. And when it decides to park itself, it will be facing the right direction to go forwards wherever it's going to go. But these still aren't working automatic. I still have to do them manually. And I don't know. I'm going to give up on it. I'm just going to say it's just one of those things. But my network has advanced quite a bit. I've been letting it run, trying to fill my schedule in with a whole bunch of different routes and stuff. So I've got a lot of stations. All of them are running. And we've also got a lot of these offices and stuff that are prompting contracts. So for the remainder of this video, and I guess this series, I want to see if I can get to 3 stars. So to get to 3 stars, we need the qualification here, which we've already reached 20 here. In fact, I'm at 41 on the green route, so that's fine. For red, we need to get to 20. So I need 8 more red routes to be cleared. And some of these are actually worth multiple points. So you get a point per leg. So in other words, if we were to fill the schedule with regional trains that have multiple legs, we could up this with just 4 regional train routes. We can get to 20, which is pretty good. That's what I plan to do. And then finally, the last star is just getting 60 trains on time in a cycle. So I think we can manage all of these things. I want to build out Columbia for that task, because I think Columbia can really do it. We got a lot of red routes and stuff that can come through here, and almost all of these are regional trains. Actually, all of them are regional trains. So we're going to see what kind of routes we could do to make this stuff even better. All right. So like Braddock Road coming out to Columbia, stopping for a minute. And then it has a lag, and then that lag, it starts back again at Crystal City and then goes to River. So like this train route's really weird, right? It's gonna go Riverdale. Yeah, this one here is crazy too. So this one goes from Riverdale over here, and it comes right in here to Columbia. After that stop, it has a 20-minute lag time, and then the next leg starts in Crystal City. And then it goes to Roslyn before going to Brentwood. So like there's a lot of confusing routes, right? This one here has 3 legs. Wow, I would love to get one of these working in this. I'd love to get that going. Yeah, there's a couple of different choices there. So I want to involve Columbia in this because there's actually a lot of room to do the stabling and everything. So I've already got this done. Here's how I want to play this. We're going to have this go out like that. And then these are going to go from here straight up this way. And it's going to have to go all the way like that. And then this one's going to go up and over like that. So that's how it's going to start. Is that the best way to start this, though? Probably not. That's not the best way to start this. I think the better way to start this is to just go like that. Because now both of these are connected to the same thing. Yeah, and then what I can do is we can have the stabling happening kind of over here, I would think. So I guess what I can do is we can bring this connection down as far as we can. All right, so something like that. All right, and then what I think I want to do is we're going to have one that goes... hang on, how do I want to play this? Basically, it should be just really simple. I don't need to make it complicated. So let's just do this, and then we'll do this. Yeah, all the way. That's fine. And then we'll do this. And, yeah, that should be fine. And then from this one, goes up that way, and then this one will go all the way to there, okay? And then from here... we just have it go straight down from this side. I think will be good enough. There's a little bit of... there's extra room here, but I need it to come off of... yeah, it needs to come off of this side. Might be able to just make it work from here. Let's try this. That should work. Yeah, it's going to allow these to access it, and then also I want this side to be able to access it too. So this gives us a whole bunch of these these legs. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip them over. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then put the shunting sensors on all of these. Well, circuits. So these are places where our regional trains can hang out. All right. And we want this to be a group. So it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right. So a group. And then what we can do is we'll put in the stabling sensors here and here. We'll have our regional trains come on over here to their starting point, and then they'll stable themselves here before carrying on and going out to whatever other route that they have. And then we'll have to make sure that that goes like this so that they can also go around that way if they want to as well. We can get rid of this one. I was thinking that this would be a nice way to turn the trains around though. So if we're heading in this way, we could have them back up into this and then go forward into here, which could allow them to back in, right? Like all that process. And I may do that because I think there's enough room to make that happen. No, there isn't enough room. It's the same situation as up here. So it's fine though. The way it is fine. I did this just now before starting recording. So we're going to have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different places where trains can do this. And so what I want you to do is let's use this signal because they're going to be coming straight in, right? So we'll say trains that are facing the signal from here, if their next leg, I'm just going to do all. You'll all stable here, but you have to be able to go to wherever your next stop is, though. So if your next leg starts in Columbia, yeah, if your next leg starts in Columbia at all, that's what this is. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go to the signal here. Then you're going to go to the shunting group. You're going to reverse, and you're going to wait, let's say 4 minutes, 3 minutes until your stop, because you're really close to everything here. So 3 minutes before wherever your stop is, and then go back to the platform. All right. Now that is as straightforward as it gets, folks. Like, I can't do this any more straightforward. So if this doesn't do it automatic, then it doesn't do it automatic, but it's as straight as I can go. So to this signal, then to here, then reverse, then wait 3 minutes, then go back to the platform. Okay. And that is for all trains that are facing this signal. All right. If they come in forward here, they perform this action. All right. So let's see if we can't make this happen. This looks pretty good as is. It's all set up. Now let's see if we can't make this happen. So we want a regional train kind of like this, where it has a start, it goes to Columbia, then it waits, and then it goes to Riverdale at this point here. So, now this one is coming from the other side, coming from this side. So when we go to stable this train, it's going to want to pull forward, right? And it's going to stable itself here before coming back. So I actually might need different rules for this train to come from that side. So why don't we try it from this way first, since everything's set up for that, making sure that they're coming in from that side. So right here is a nice one. This is Roslyn to Columbia and back to Roslyn. Real simple 2-leg route. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort, and we can test out and make sure everything works fine. So we start from 2. We go to, in this case, we're going to want to send the regional train to 5 in this case. And we can send it anywhere, because I'm pretty sure all of these can be set that way. But we have the stabling sensors on these 2 stations, so we're going to try to use that. So that's how I want that to be. And then for your second leg, you are going into Roslyn at 1, but we are going to want to shift this to be about here instead. So you're going to go back to 5. We could have you go to 6, and then make sure everything comes in at 5, and then it always leaves when it's out at 6. It doesn't really matter, just as long as these times don't interfere with each other. So we're going to try that instead. And we're going to test out that route and see how it works, because I need to make sure it works before I start heading in. So this train's coming through. There we go. I do have upgraded tracks on a lot of these tracks just so they can move faster. You're going to come into there, and what I should see now is shunting mode is automatically active. That's what I've been trying to do at DuPont. So I don't know what's going on with DuPont, because this one doesn't do that. It's real annoying. I might just have to do freight only to DuPont. That would be okay. Freight only to DuPont, and then from there we do all the regional trains to Columbia and freight only to DuPont. Maybe that's the way to solve this. But you're waiting. Yep. And then you're going to go back to Columbia when it's 3 minutes until your route. You'll come back in there. I think that's going to work. So we need another one here. Let's go Columbia, nothing. What's this one? Crystal City. So let's not do Crystal City just yet. We want Columbia only. This one's interesting because it goes from the other direction. So they'll be coming in on this side, and then we'll need them to get out of the way, and then they're going to have to start their route again, right? So like there's a little bit of a difference there. That's kind of interesting, though. We might be able to make that work from the opposite direction. It's only one route, but we need to do it. We need to do routes like this to get the bonuses, to get the stars. So we're going to start the route from 1. We come in. Let's have it arrive at 2. We'll go platform 2 for this one. Yep. And then that'll be the start of your route. And then from there, you're going to end up starting again at 2. But, you can't. You can't start at 2. We can start at 1. You can come back in and start at 1 and then go back the rest of the way. From there, you'll need to... I don't want you to go that way. I'm pretty sure you're going to head this way. You should, because this sensor's going to send you to that signal. So we should do that. And then for this, it wants an estimated speed of 77. If I have you do an arrival at 4, though, you'll be fine. Yeah, you'll cruise right in there at 4. I like that better. Okay, let's start that route. But there's a couple of things we need to do here, though, because we need this to get out of the way. So we need this thing to stable over here. So I will need a stabling sensor on these 2 stations. I don't know if I'll use them for both, but it's going to happen. So if you pull in and your front end is facing this signal, and the next leg starts at Columbia, then what you'll do is you'll go to this signal, then you'll go to this one, you reverse, you're going to wait for, let's say, 2 minutes, And again, reminder, this is the time remaining until you need to be at your destination. So it's not going to wait for it's not going to wait there 2 minutes. It's going to wait until it's 2 minutes until arrival. So it's just going to sit there, and then it has time to get in where it needs to go from there. After that wait, you'll go back to platform, depending on where you need to go. And then over here, you do the same thing. If you come in on this side to this signal, then you are going to stable on this side. You're going to say, go to signal. And I can still do it over here. I can bring all these trains this way and have them all stable over here and then return to these. They're all configured to where they could make it back to either one of these things. The only one they can't get to is 3. That's by design because this is a turnaround station. But everything else is accessible. Well, I guess not 4. 4 is not accessible either, but 3 and 4 are kind of unique routes. All of our stabling and stuff like that is going to be 1 and 2 and 5 and 6 from different directions. These ones are going to be used from trains coming this way. These 2 will be used from trains coming this way. Pretty much. So we could actually maybe have one test it going down here, because that's totally possible to do. So we could say, go to signal, then report to group, then reverse, then wait for, like, say 3 minutes to the route, and then return to platform by schedule. So we could have that happen on that one. And that way platform 2 is the only one that comes back and does it here. So that way we don't have conflict. Like if something comes in on 1, it won't conflict with the one that goes to 2. Let's make sure really quick my departure signals are good to go. This one goes to all those locations, and this one goes to all those locations. Yeah, so departure signals should be ready to rock and roll there too. All right, let's see what the Landover route's going to do. And I'll try to find another one in here. Landover Road. Yeah, this one goes to Columbia and then Roslyn. Perfect. So this one's another one that we would want to do. And this time we will have it go to... we'll have it go to 1 for this one. So you're going to come out of 1, and we'll have it spread out, and then you're going to arrive at 1 this time around. Okay, there we go. And then that completes your first leg. Second leg, we're gonna have you stable here, and then you'll probably come back to 1 because you're gonna head this direction again. So you'll go ahead and stable at 1 for this leg. Again, you'll come right up in here, and then back in here you go, and then you head to Roslyn at 1 on that side. All right, so we have 2 regional trains going into Columbia now. Let's see how all of our signals work together to make this happen. So we should see you come out. You're going to stable. You're just in the way there. There we go. That train will stable itself and wait. Perfect. This one will come in, and it's going to pass to Roslyn anyway. It's got really fast tracks through here. All right, this one. What happened? Passing through Roslyn. Okay, so this one didn't... I know what happened. This one does not have a departure sensor. So these 2 departure sensors need to exist. So it's nice to stable everything into here, but you have to tell it where to go. So you're going to go to this signal to go to Roslyn, Brentwood, DuPont, and Benning, and Crystal City. All right, that's how route sensors work, man. This thing's going to tell you where to go from there based on your route. I love these things. Routing sensors are amazing. I want them the whole game, but I understand why you can't have them the whole game because they're super powerful. So all of these places are determined by that single determination right there. So I'm going to go like that, and then that train will just go wherever it needs to go. Okay, this thing's flying up here. Here's the one that's going to have to stable in this area. So we're going to see how that works now. It's going to stable in here. And the cool thing is, because it's going straight through from this side and then this way, when it comes back in to pick up, it will be going forward to get to Roslyn. So that part's really nice too. That one's going to come all the way through. Just watching for this one. This is going to go to 1. And then this side here, you're going to start at 1. That's a potential conflict. So maybe we should put you to 2. We should probably put this one on 2. Let's change its schedule really quick. So you should... It's a conflict to do it too. Let's see. So what time are you there? You're going to be in Columbia in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. You're 3:25. So there is definitely a conflict on that. We could solve it by maybe sending this one to 4. We could send this one to 4 instead, I think. If I go down to 4, the coast is definitely not clear at 4. Wow. I can't go to 3. I guess I could go to 3. I don't want to, but I could do it. I could get it to go to 3. All I'd have to do is do that. And now it's possible to go to 3 at least. So I guess we'll send you to 3. Is there a conflict there too? No. No, that's fine. The way that is. So you're going to go to 3 now. Hopefully that sends you to the correct place. You'll go to 1. And then 3 has the sensors already set to go where it needs to go as well. I think this side. No, this side needs to go. If it goes this way, you go this direction to hit Landover, Anacostia, Riverdale, East Market. We could say Benning here too, but kind of, yeah, I don't have any. The thing is, I don't have a rival sensor set up from this direction to go to Benning. We don't really go to Benning from that side. So all the Benning stuff is routed from here. So that's how we'll play that. All right. I should have everything set up correctly so that nothing conflicts with each other and everything just goes from there. Why did this not move? Is it because I think it's because I changed it. Yeah, I think my changing it messed it up. So let's just do this. We'll put that in place. Yeah, I think that's probably my fault. Oh, you're going to River. Oh, you're going to Riverdale. Oh. See, I didn't even know. The station did it myself. I thought you were going to go forward. That makes sense. All right, cool. All right, yeah, back up in here. I mean, I could have put you in 2. I could have put you anywhere, but that's good. And then you're going to turn around and go to Roslyn. There you go. And off you go in a forward direction. Very, very nice. What's happening here? Huh? I think it's this train. Yeah, this train never... It's this train here. This train never did what it needed to do. Now it's just going to go. We're just going to... It's going to say, hey, you were on the wrong platform, and that's fine. You're going to go to Brentwood now. It'll take you home. It's not where it was supposed to be, but let's just go ahead and say yes. Go ahead and say yes. Go ahead and say yes. And go ahead and say yes. So we're just going to accept all those routes that we've already played with. Let's get another one. This one's pretty nice. Just Landover, Columbia, back to Landover. And this is one of those situations where turning around would be nice, but I have no real way of doing that. I want to get a way to do that though. I want to get some method to turn around, and I think I can probably do it here. So if we come from Landover and we want to turn around, I keep looking for any way to do this, and I think I found it. We're going to go right here like this. This one is going to come down. All right. This is how we're going to do this. This one comes down like this. And I think that's long enough. I don't know it. Let's make sure. Let's make sure we get the long enough track right here. You're going to go down like this and then like this. Boom, boom. All right. And then what I want from this one, if you are coming in, we're going to say you come into, it's got to be number 1. So we're going to say if you come in like this, next leg origin is Columbia. Yes, but let's make a new rule. So click this again. So next leg origin Columbia, but next leg direction is Landover, Anacostia, Riverdale, East Market, right? So if you're going back this direction after you arrive, whoops, here we go. Yeah. If you're going back this direction after you arrive, then you will do a different set of instructions. You will go to signal, come down to here, reverse, go back to here, then go to here, then reverse, go back to here, wait for your 3 minutes, and then return to station. Okay, and that's going to flip you over. That's going to make it to where you are facing the opposite direction. And with those 2 commands in place on this sensor, maybe I could designate like next leg direction on this one. So you're going to come in here and then back in. That keeps you facing the right direction. So I could say Roslyn, Brentwood, DuPont, Benning, Crystal City. So if you're going anywhere over here, then you'll stable here and then back in. And if you're going back this way, then you will turn around, stable here, and back in. Now, another thing I could do, if I really wanted to like congest this area a little bit more, is I could have you go like this, and then come after you're going this way, go this way, and then back in through here and stable in here anyway. It's a little bit extra work, but if I'm crowded and I have a lot of routes, I don't have enough track to do more than 1 train at a time like this. So, but that's a pretty cool route. So let's test that and make sure that works. So we're going to go to about right here. This looks like it fits in pretty well, so we'll go ahead and mark that. And then on the next route here, you are going to tag up at 1. I think probably because you're already turned around through here, right? You're waiting. And so you can go into 2 here. I guess that's fine if it fits. You don't fit. It could be 3. Could be 3. Yeah, 3's all right. So 3's there. We'll do it on 3. And then you are going to arrive on 2. That shouldn't have any conflicts. Let's test it out. There shouldn't be any conflicts with that either. So we'll rock and roll on that. And then I want to see how many red trains we end up getting in a cycle here. We're up to 16. I need to get to 20. It's very, very cool. Oh, here we go. Another problem area. Why is that? I think it's because I really honestly have no idea why I did that. It really doesn't make any sense. You need to get out. Wait. You have shunting commands. Wait. What happened? Oh my God, it happened. It did it automatically. Yes, thank you. Oh, he's turning around. They're both turning around right now, right? They're going to back into the spot and they're going to pull over here. So they're turning around. This one's backing into this spot and then it'll pull over here. So it's turned around, right? So everybody's just trying to get themselves turned around so they can back into their station and go forward on the next leg. It's going to work. Let's take a look at our trains. This one's going back to Landover. So it should turn around and go back that way. I think we're conflict free here. I'm getting excited. I like these routing sensors very much. And then they just go super fast on this other tracks. I like it. All right, now are you guys going to return to the station? So this one should be going, this is at 404. It should be heading to 3. And this one should be heading to platform 5 and going back to Roslyn. So they're not going to these guys are not going to conflict either. And then you are in 2 different legs as well. And your route takes you to which leg? It takes you back to Riverdale. It's going to take you back this way. Okay, so you're going to be one that goes like this. All right, but this train here should get out of your way pretty soon here. There it goes. And now it's going to get in. Now you're going to be able to get out. Now, this one didn't do it. It didn't go through this process of turning around. And I kind of wish it would have. But because it pulled into here, it can't. So this one we want to change if there's no conflict. It doesn't look like there is. We want to change you to 1. That way you can do this. And there won't be any conflicts there. So next time you do your route, you'll be pulling in 1. This one's queued up. It's waiting for this one to get out of the way. There we go. There is a little bit of waiting, and that a lot of that has to do with just track improvements. You know, tracks, people can go really fast. When they do take off, they take off really fast. So, you know, any waiting time that they have, they kind of make up for it by going in really, really fast. Oh my gosh. Are we going to get the stars? I'm at 59. 59, guys. That was the last cycle, right? We did 59 last cycle, so I need 1 more. We could do the Riverdale one. I want more that go this direction, though. Let's do... Ooh, should we? Yeah, go on, man. Let's see if we can do this. This one's complicated. Because you start your route at Crystal City. And then you come back. So how does that work? So your first route, you start at Braddock. You're going to go to Crystal City. All right, you're going to go through 1. Then you're going to hit here. I think probably will get you in... I mean, I want you to turn around, right? Because your next leg takes you... Where? It goes to Crystal City, Columbia, then Crystal City to Columbia again. So wait, you're going here through Crystal City as a pass. You're just passing through. You land here. Next route takes you this way. So we need to go this direction. And we definitely want to go forward there. So when you get here, you're going to stop for a minute. And then you're going back to Columbia. Then you're stopping again, stabling again, and then going this direction. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? I think that's really interesting. All right, here's what I want to do then. I'm going to have you stop at 1. That way, you're going to turn around and you're going to then head back this direction. All right. And I don't think you'll be in the way. There's this one here goes to Roslyn. So that's not going this way. This one here goes to Roslyn. So we're free. We're home free here. One is not going to be any problem when it comes to the stables or anything. So that should work. Except Braddock Road has a conflict right there. So we're going to want to move. Ooh, I need to move. I need to shift this just a little bit, don't I? That's really tight. Let's move it to... Oh, darn. That sucks. There's a really small gap here where everything will work. But this one's going to conflict right there. And if I push it back like this, it could work better. But no, I think it's coming through. Like, it's not going to stop. That's the thing about this one. Like, this train, as it's coming in, it won't stop at Braddock Road. So I guess I'll try to just fit it in here. It's so tight right there. We'll try to make that work. That's the first leg. All right. You start your second leg at Crystal City. That's the thing that's going to be weird because we're going to stable here. Or we're going to have to stable somewhere. We're stabling on this side, right, to turn around. And then we're going to have to head all the way to Crystal City to start the next part of the route. And we're going to want to start that. I would think we would want to... Well, I have to pull in 3 because then we're going to reverse it from there. So you're going to have to pull in 3. And 3's occupied, so now I have to say you have to pull in 1. Yeah, you're gonna have to pull in 1. So I'm gonna have to move this signal back and go straight up to 1. Because 1 is not gonna be crowded. So if we pull you in 1 here, you're gonna be facing that way. So you're gonna have to go backwards. And I don't want to go backwards. So this might be a cool opportunity actually to flip. Ooh. We could flip the locomotive. We could detach the locomotive and have it come around and reattach on this side before it heads off to Columbia. Right? And if we do that, then it's already facing this direction. Then when it goes to stable, it'll just stable here real quick and then come back and it's already facing that way. We need to flip the locomotive on this side. Just detach the locomotive, bring it around, and that's actually quite complicated in Crystal City. I want to try it though. So we're gonna say I'm running out of time for this video, man. Damn, I'm running out of time. Let's go to 2. No, we'll have you come in at 6. 6 is like not unused right now, so we'll have you come in at 6 on this leg, and then you'll do the thing, and then you start your third leg right here, and we'll have you start that at 2 because you just barely fit in time. And as long as everything is on time, those legs will work. So, question is, how in the world are we going to flip that train around? Okay. Here's how we're going to do it. First, we're going to put this track out like this. It doesn't have to be very long, but we'll make it like this, okay? Then, we're going to have this one come down to here like that. So this has to come out even further. Let's just do it there just to be safe. It's going to come down like that. We're going to bring you... Ooh. Am I pulling in 3? I was pulling in 1, right? Yeah, we pull in 1. So we pull in 1. We're facing this direction. We're going to detach the locomotive, bring it over, bring it around, bring it on this side, and then somehow attach it on this side. How do we do that? With the tools we have available, I'm not sure we can. There's not a whole lot of space here, man. Well, now wait a minute. I mean, this is just in the way, though. It's so in the way. It's going to disrupt the flow on 3, like really badly. Tell you what, though, maybe we try it this way. Yeah, with this on there, we can make this work with this little circuit. We could make it work. I don't know. You'd want this to be... You don't want it to conflict here. How do we make that happen? Maybe we go... Oh, wait a minute. can't we just do this? Wait, can't we just go like this? And then we'll just put a routing sensor right here. And you go that direction for basically every destination. Okay. So routing sensor there, that's good. But if the locomotive needs to come around, there's our shunting circuit. And then both of these just use that one. That's fine. Okay, on this side, we want to go like this, and like, I think that's it. Yeah, and then we're going to want there. We need that there now. And then we're going to go like that there, and there. And then there and there. I think that takes care of our needs. So from there, we want a stabling sensor on this track. We'll put one down here anyway, just because. And then here's how we want to play this out now. So this Crystal City one, we're going here for basically all destinations, that direction. Okay. And then you go there for Braddock Road. We already know that. Can you not get there anymore? Well, nobody's ever going to 1 and then coming down here. If you're going to Braddock Road, you're coming through station 3, so that's fine. Yeah, okay. So here's how we want to play this then, right? The train's going to come in this side. And if the rule says if you're facing this and the next leg direction is Roslyn, Columbia, Brentwood, Benning, DuPont, etc., right? So your destination is one of these places. Basically everywhere that isn't Braddock Road. Okay, it'd be easier to list that, but all right. So everywhere except Braddock Road. Then what you'll do in this case, you're sitting here, okay? We're going to detach the locomotive on this side. I think you go to signal first, right? No, we don't. We detach. Then we bring this locomotive to here. We reverse. We bring the locomotive to here. Then here. Oh, I can't reverse. I don't have enough track to reverse. Maybe I don't need to. Detach on this end of the... No, I need it on this end of the train. Oh, no. I need to be able to reverse. There's always a catch, isn't there? Okay, wait. Maybe. No. I don't have the room to reverse unless I delete this. That's the only way I can do it, because then I can put a signal like here. I have to be able to put a signal on this side. The locomotive's only one tile, so it'll just hit here and then do the thing. So it's going to hit here, then it reverses train, and then we detach on this side of the train. That's how that has to go. But now I don't know how this sensor works now, because it's... okay. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. You go that way for all of these stations. I think I'll have to do that manually. Gosh darn it. But I do want to see how this works. So we're going to see... I don't even remember where this train's coming from. 3 legs on this thing. I have no idea where it's coming from. Let me see. What the schedule for this is... It's this one. It's this train right here. Okay, so this train starts... It's going to arrive in Columbia soon. So it's got to start... It's going to start Braddock Road. Oh, okay. This train starts in Braddock Road. So I think it's this one right here. Yep. All right, let's follow this train and see what it does. All right. So it stops here. And let's see what it does. This is going to be a real interesting... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's going to stop here. It can't actually automatically trigger this. So maybe one of the things we could do in this situation is I was gonna say we can put a sensor here, but I don't think we really can't, because if I put a sensor, it says it's impossible here. Is that because of the tracks changing? Because I can fix that. Can I put a routing sensor here? Okay. This might work. This might work, guys. We put a routing sensor here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty much every single location. Hang on. Pretty much any single location that isn't Braddock Road. So we want, again, stop. We want you. Yeah, that way for Anacostia, Landover, Riverdale's added already, Benning, Columbia, Roslyn. Yeah, everything's added to this list. All right. I think what will happen now is it's fine, because as the train, if we did a relay sensor, it wouldn't work, because as the train comes this way, it would trigger the relay sensor and then this would be active again, which may not be so bad since this is going to go that way anyway. But the cool thing about this, though, is that now as the train comes this way, it will hit this sensor and that will activate that one. So I think we're going to be okay because of that routing sensor. We might be able to make it work. You're waiting to go to 1. Shit, I forgot. You know what we could do with this train? Well, this train needs to turn around, doesn't it? You're going to Roslyn too. I could have put you somewhere else. This one could be somewhere else. This one could have arrived at 2. It absolutely could have arrived at 2. We're going to switch that one to arrive at 2. And of course, I can't do anything about it now, so we'll just have it. We'll just have to see it in action next time. But as it gets out of the way, I'm really paying attention to this train. I want to see everything this train does. So shunting command should be automatically entered. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Oh, wait. I know why it didn't happen. All right, let's stop this train. Reverse direction. Start the train up again. And I want to get you to go into this. I need to get you in here. No, I need to get you. Oh, you need to turn. it's all messed up, guys. I want this route to work, but so what happened there? What happened there was these stabling sensors are stated for next leg origin Columbia, right? Because it's assumed if you're stabling here, you're going to start again at Columbia, but this one doesn't. It starts in Crystal City. So I need another set of commands for these things. So on this one, I can't have next leg origin Columbia on there. I need another one. So we're going to add another set of rules. And this time, next leg origin applies for all stations not handled by other rules. We could say if your next destination is, you know, someplace over here, then you can follow another set of rules, right? So if your next leg begins like that, this is how you do it. And you'd be facing the signal because you're coming in from this side. And what you would do then is you would go to signal, turn around. I would want you at that point to probably wait. Let's go with like, we'll say 15 minutes. You need to get to wherever you're going. So like if you're not originating here and you're going this way, you need time to like get over there. So we'll say 15 minutes. And then you will, you know, go back to platform by schedule, and then that will just send you through wherever you're going to go. But you're probably not going to the platform. So at this point, I guess you would just go to platform, and then the platform's routing sensor would send you where you're going. I guess. I don't really know how that works. So we'll just have that be the case. But this one here, we need it to turn around. And at this point, I'm probably going to just stop the train. I'm going to have to do a little automated stuff here. So we'll turn it around. We're going to send it back. And what we'll do now is we're going to see this train in action. And I'm going to bring you to Crystal City now. All right, so we're going to bring you to Crystal City. Not that I wanted to do this, because I just need it to move, and then I want to see the route later. Now that there's a rule for it, it should be all right. But see how slow it travels? All these other trains are very fast compared to this one. So it's traveling very fast. Or this one's traveling very slow. All right, of course, now we're going to be in 1 too soon. And also, you're not going to 1 because you can't get there. Stop. Stop. You can't get to 1 right now. Yeah, I don't have a way for you to do that. So you're going to come back here. You're going to go here. We're going to have you do a routing sensor here instead. Basically, all relay sensors just get upgraded to routing sensors instead, pretty much. It's a routing sensor here. And then this one goes, you know, I need another option, don't I? Actually, wait. This one would be an arrival sensor. Yeah, this one's arrival. And we could actually change this and make it even better by swapping this one to be an arrival sensor. And that way we don't even need that, which opens me up to being able to do that. So we get an arrival sensor here, and that will dictate which path we take over here. And then the pass-through will always be 3. Okay. So this one, now what we want to do is send you to 1. And I just want to walk through it. I want to demo how this process works. So you'll end up being here, but you're not stopped yet, right? But you're going to be facing the opposite direction. So, I mean, technically right now you're fine, but you're supposed to be facing the other direction at this point. So now I just have to wait for you to need to be here. So let's claim that. And you're now at the station. And now you need to go to Columbia. Yep. So you need to reverse and go back the other way. You're going to go this way now. And off you go. And now this should be taking control of you. So let's see how well we did on the second leg, I guess. This one here is not moving out of the way. So this one didn't get its shunting commands. Interesting. So sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. It's a little weird. I don't like it. Go to group. Reverse. Wait for your stop. Go back to station. Wherever the group takes you. I want to see what my other train's doing. So this is the one we're following. So you're coming in here. You're stopping there. You should get your commands. You did. Okay, you got your shunting commands. Now this one, the train is facing the direction it would normally be facing because we didn't have to flip it here because it backed all the way here, but it's still facing the right way it would normally be facing now. So now we can test this out and make sure it works. Okay, so he pulls in and then it does its thing. It waits for its stop. And it says there's an error. What's the error? Cannot reach command destination by schedule. What's the destination? You can't reach 2? Oh, you can't reach 2 because you went here instead of... Gosh darn it. All right, you know what? We'll have to take this one away because it's supposed to go to 2 and it didn't. All right, how much time we have? We have 8 minutes. So here's what I want you to do instead. Let's have you pull forward. Let's have you pull forward for a second. All right, and then what I want you to do is stop. I'm gonna have you pull backwards. All right, so let's reverse, back up. Nope, back up, please. Pretty sure I told you to turn around. There you go. Go this way. Get into here. Okay. And then while you're in here, of course, you're going to turn around. Okay, here you go. You're going forward now. Okay. Your destination is number 2. So we want you to go there. That was a lot of babysitting. It's a complicated route, but it was a lot of babysitting. We're going to do better on... It's going to be more automated next time because we're going to do this so that never happens again. Just take that leg away. This is all part of the same group. So now everyone who comes in will always be on one of these. And that way they can always get to all of these. That one was just in a weird spot where it couldn't do it. All right. And then you can now go to where you're supposed to go. That's a very complicated route. I'm not sure we were ever late though. So that route looks like it could be pretty good. I don't think we were late. I think we were right on time. We got full credit for it. That's 18,500 on that route. It's really good, but it needs a little bit of tweaking. And we need to pull in 1. We have the commands set for 1 now. So everything should be fine with it actually now. So we're going to allow that to be a thing again. And I just need to figure it out. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one looks like the route we want. Yep. So this is the train. That's the train I want to track. It's the one I just clicked. This one right here. This is the train I want to track. So let's zoom ahead. And we should see it coming. It's the next train that comes into the station. We're going to track that this time to see if we can get it. Because if this thing can work, then we'll have our 60, I'm pretty sure. If this thing can work, that's 1 track there, and like just 1 and 1, right? So this will give us our stars. But just in case it doesn't, let's get one more on the schedule here. I am noticing these things actually working now. It's kind of strange. This one's not, but this one is. I'm not sure what's causing it. It's a really strange thing. So I don't get it. That's my answer. I don't get it. I don't get why that's happening. All right, here's the train we want to watch. It comes over, it does its thing. We should see the shunting commands act differently this time. What's the problem? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this one. You're supposed to be in 2, but you went to 1 anyway. I don't get it, but all right. Tell you what I could do here on your schedule. We'll just tell you to do any. How you like that? See? Now you can, go wherever. Let the arrival sensor decide. Where'd that train go? It's right here. All right, let's watch this. Now, you're going into 1. Check the stabling sensor really quick here. It's a little bit late. That arrived just a little bit late. Weird. Check the stable sensor. Since your next origin is Crystal City, you should be turning around. And then you're stabling here. You should be. So I do not see the stabling commands entered into your... I don't see that happening. Ah, don't mess up a stable. You're messing up the stable. You messed up the stable. It did. That's shitty. Turn around. No, stop the train. Come on. All right. You're going to play. And what I want you to do, stable here. Here, 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 here. Wait, let's say 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Fine. Then you're going to go... frick if I know. Back to... You're going to go to this signal. And then the signal will take you where you're going to go. All right. That's your commands instead. All right, let's see if it works. I mean, honestly, it should have done it automatically, but it's just not. Like, stabling sensors are very... They're inconsistent. I want them to be consistent. All right, so we should see this thing wait until 15 minutes before it needs to arrive. Or is it 13? 13 minutes. 13 minutes before it needs to arrive in Crystal City. So that's talking about 5:49. No, 49. It'd be 39. Yeah, 5:39. So it should be starting right now. And it did. It triggered. So this is getting it out of the way, and then we're going to have this come through, and then what's it going to do from there? It starts its route, okay, but this one is... It's an active thing, and I don't know why. There we go. What a complicated route. All right, now I want to see whether this locomotive turns around or not, right? Is it going to turn off? Is it going to detach and do its thing? All right. Now, it should be detaching right now, but it didn't do it. It did not get the stable command. Damn. That's annoying. It's so frustrating. All right, fine. We'll detach. We'll go here. Reverse. Go here. Go here. Reverse. Reattach. Ready? Go. So the train detaches from the payload. It comes around. And it takes a bit, but it's got time. It's going to be sitting here for 3 minutes total. I don't exactly know. It looks like it's going to be late overall, which isn't great, but it is what it is. And then it's supposed to turn around, of course, and go back the other way, but it didn't because the sensors weren't regulating it, right? That's what happens. So now you should be going the right direction, but you're not. So go, gadget, go. All right. Complicated trains, but it is what it is. This video is way too long at this point. And there's the star. We got the red star. All right. I did it. Red star achieved. And then like one more train on this network and we have 3 stars. Okay. So I'm thinking that's pretty much victory right now, right? Because I can get a pretty easy red route added to this. Like I can get a freight route added to this. I would have had this a lot easier if I had just chosen one that didn't have 3 legs, right? But there are easier routes than that for sure that we could do. This one here, for example, is much easier. We could go in here. We could get this one, and then I don't know, we pull into 2 maybe if it's available. Is 2 available? Not really. Let's pull into 1 right here. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop playing this freaking game. it's a little addicting. We're gonna put this back to 2. Let's try 2. Direct to 2, and then you will go off where you're supposed to go. Go. And then that will take care of having all the routes that we want to have from there. Okay? So aside from stabling sensors not doing what they're supposed to do, the game is pretty solid. I'm enjoying it very much. These ones are starting to work now. I don't understand it. It's just it's a thing. I don't know what's going on with it. The only thing I can think of is there's a bug that I saw on the Discord for this game where upgraded tracks were messing with stabling sensors. So I took off the upgrades over here, and maybe that's why they're working. Maybe the upgraded track is what's messing with it, right? I'm not seeing a problem with no. Well, I'm not seeing a problem with this one. Maybe I am. Maybe there is a problem with this one. We'll downgrade that one. We'll downgrade this one. All right. And then I guess over here, we'll downgrade the stations. It doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, we'll downgrade that station. We'll get rid of that stable sensor. It's not needed. And then maybe that's it. Maybe that's the solution. Just have tier 1 on the stations that have stabling sensors, you know? It's possible that's all it takes. There's our Crystal City train. Where's the one that's supposed to... Oh, it's right here. Is it going to do it? It is. It's going to do it all by itself. Isn't that nice? All by itself. There it goes. And see, we have multiple trains stabling at once. That little yard is working out pretty well. I can't stop playing this game. I'm going to do part 1 and part 2, I guess. It's just the way it goes. I need to have it done, and I want to show you guys all the magic and the wonderful things that are that I'm having fun with. All the things I'm having fun with. I want to show you all those things. So you go that way. You're going off to Roslyn. You should be able to do that pretty easily. I don't know what's going on here. Who's late to the... Oh, it's this one. This one didn't get inserted again. So this one's working, but this one's not. And there it is. Star achieved. It happened. It took a while, but it happened. I actually got to 61. But a higher score than 97% of other players. Hot damn. All right, cool. Well, guys, that's going to do it for Rail Route. It's a long-ass video. Sorry about that. I know most of you guys actually like it, but for the ones that don't, well, I'm glad you stuck with me anyway. Maybe you skimmed it, all right? It is YouTube. You can skim through videos, right? You don't have to watch them all in one sitting or anything. You can... Hey, real quick, I'm slapping this in at the end of this whole series because I wanted to set the record straight here. The stabling sensors and stuff, they actually do work just fine. It's my understanding of how they work that was flawed, and I want to set the record straight on that. So, and thank you so much for a couple of people in the comments. Individually, I didn't quite understand what you were saying, but like collecting all of that together, I was like, oh, right, light bulb. This is the reason why. So a couple of you guys said I didn't have signals on this side, and that's why they weren't working. That doesn't change anything. You put signals here, it doesn't do anything, right? However, The thing that mattered was that, and the real light bulb moment for me on these signals was that it matters which direction the train is coming in from. Okay, so let me explain where I got it wrong and then how I fixed it. So this stabling rule here, I was choosing this one because the other signal didn't exist before. And what I was choosing is the train's orientation with the locomotive on the opposite side, so only on the back. So I was thinking, okay, train comes in and it's facing with the locomotive away from the signal. Okay, in my brain, the train is going to move back this way. And that's when the stabling starts. So I was choosing this because the train was going to move towards this signal to start the process. Okay. And that's incorrect. What actually matters, it matters which direction the train is traveling when it enters the station. That's the part that didn't click with me. So having the signal here doesn't do anything, but having the signal here allows you to set the rule to that signal. And that's what matters. Because the trains are all coming in from this side, all of the rules on this station when it comes to stabling have to be done with these signals because the trains are heading this direction. It's not about which direction the train is leaving to go stable. That's what I thought it was. It's the direction that the trains enter the station into. So over here, trains that enter from this side and go in from this direction, all their stabling rules need to be on these signals. Not this one. Even if you're going back this way, the signals need to be here, okay? Which is why sometimes the trains don't do it themselves because I was messing that up. So I have this one right here, for example, and there's a couple of different ones here, different rules, but these two rules here will only apply to trains that are heading from this side and pull in this way. This one is only going to apply to trains that pull in this way, even if their orientation here is correct relative to the signal, and even if that train is going to be stabling in that direction, it's only going to pay attention to the signal of the one that they're coming into the station from. That's what I didn't get. So in other words, all of this stuff actually works now. Everything's going to be fine now. So this train should get the signals that it needs to get, and I should be able to click it and see that it's automatically entering in now. Because I've got the rules set for this signal, everything there will now work as it's supposed to work. Okay, so my bad on the whole thing, but I'm glad I finally figured it out, and now the game is so much more functional. It's crazy how you could do so many things with these automated processes and stabling trains and all these types of things. I really like what they've got here. I'm looking forward to seeing the future and what kind of stuff they come up with in the future. It's gonna be fun. Okay, anyway, that's it. Hope that helps. Sorry about any confusion. It was completely my fault, and again, thank you to all the community there to helping me understand that. Okay, now I'm done. See you in the next game. Bye bye.